Alright, hello, what's up? It's your boy Gomi, and we're in the aftermath of UFC 283. So, overall, that was a pretty solid card, if I do say so myself. I'm very happy, and that's a very good start to the year, that our first card of the year was one that was that good. Lots of finishes, lots of good fights, even if they weren't finished. We now have a new flyweight champion, and we have a new light heavyweight champion in forms of Jamal Hill. And also, I hope you took my picks, because I went 4-1 on the main card, and I didn't even show or discuss all my picks, but I was up a decent bit for the night because I went 12-1. What was the one? Well, we'll go over it. So starting at the card, we had the bantamweight belt between Simon Oliveira and Daniel Marcos. Marcos winning with a knockout, a pretty good entertaining knockout with some good knees. Then we have Jose Nunes versus Zahar Farin. Farin, a lot of people counted her out. A lot of people had it Nunes like easy by far, but Farin actually put up quite a bit of fight. I'm not gonna lie, she did pretty well and honestly scared me because I had money on Nunes, but Nunes managed to overall get the better of her with the better shots. Those wing hooks eventually started to do too much damage, and Farin just would not move her head. Honestly, she just had very poor head movement. Nunes won by decision. Warley Alvarez versus Nicholas Dalby was a pretty good fight. A lot of action, very high pace and pressure. Dalby just overall just overwhelmed them, just drew a little bit more volume, won by a split decision. Ismail Bonfim versus Terrence McKinney. Now, this was the first fight that I was really hyped for, and a lot of people were touting McKinney as the future of the lightweight division. I had Bonfim. I had faith in him. The only fight I didn't bet on was actually the one with his brother, who did win. But Bonfim, a knee from hell, knocked McKinney out. Beautiful. That was definitely knockout of the night. Enjoy that 50K bonus, my dude. Then we had, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, but Luan, versus Cody Stamann. Overall, Cody Stamann just pushed the pressure more, just had more volume. I actually did take it by decision. I felt that was a lock, and that was a good one. Shamil, I'm not going to try pronouncing it, versus Gelton Almeida. Almeida was a minus 1100 favorite. I sprinkled him on pretty much all my parlays. Very happy I did. He was the big favorite of the night, and he proved it. He annihilated Shamil. No contest. Shamil, he's getting cut. He's 100% getting cut. Then opening up the prelims. The Bonfim brother versus Monir Lazi. A 49-second guillotine. Beautiful. Like, he was getting tagged a little bit on the feet. He was getting a little careless. He had a lot of energy because his brother just won, but then he just locked that perfect guillotine. It was over. Thiago Moises took on the newcomer in, oh man, all these Brazilian names hurt me. Costa. I'm gonna call him Costa. Yep, Moises, as I predicted, he is better than people credit for, and I like to mention a lot of Islam Makhachev's wins are aging very well in the form of Dober, Moises, and Hooker. And Moises, like I pictured, his grappling was just too good. He was just too good, and he got that submission. Beautiful submission as well, too. And then here's my loss of the night, which is Gregory Rodriguez versus Bruno Vieira. Yep, I had Rodriguez. I sprinkled him in a lot of parlays. I felt he was a lock. He got knocked out in round one. Beautiful straight left, I believe it was, by Vieira. Just sat him down, knocked him out clean. God damn it, RoboCop. It's probably because he took too much wars from his last fight. That's more than likely it. Then we had Shogun, who was retirement fight against Ior Portiera. Oh man, it's a shame. An absolute legend like Shogun has finally gone out. We had two legends retire tonight, but man, this is the end of the golden era of the light heavyweight division, by the way. Shogun, he had one really good shot at the start of the fight, and that was all she wrote. Beyond that, Ior just had too much power, and just Shogun had too much wars under his belt. There was not much he can do, and he was knocked out in round one. Now we're going to be getting into the main card, what everyone's main attraction was. First, opening up with Johnny Walker versus Paul Craig. Went exactly how I said. Johnny Walker had too much power, too much freak athleticism. Paul Craig really had not worked on his striking enough. He had not worked on his wrestling, which he honestly should have. He went for that awful single leg, and Walker knocked him out on Paul Craig's single leg attempt. He just kept railing him. Walker has amazing accuracy, amazing athleticism, amazing power. It's just his fight IQ and his chin are not that good. Craig did not have enough power to track his chin, and basically Walker just listened to Kavanagh and his fight IQ is good. But man, I don't like how Johnny Walker kind of ever since he got Kavanagh in his corner, he has moments of brilliance, but then he has moments of just too much feints. But regardless, he won this fight. He looked damn good doing it. Good win for Johnny Walker. Don't know about that light heavyweight and double champion of a heavyweight status, but you keep dreaming, you keep putting on entertaining fights, you're going to keep getting that main card spot. My spicy pick of the night was Lauren Murphy versus Jessica Andrade. That plus 750 pick I put in my video, I hope you guys picked it, because I did, and that was easy money, by the way. I betted on Lauren Murphy's toughness. Now, should that fight have been stopped? Yes. Honestly, it really should have. Lauren Murphy lost years off her life because Jessica Andrade had too much power, was too good with those hooks. She landed 237 strikes out of 375. 63% strike accuracy, 231 significant strikes, 62.6% significant strike accuracy. Lauren Murphy had absolutely nothing for her. Not a thing. She stood no chance, went 0 for 15 in takedowns. I've been saying for a while Lauren Murphy's not that good and has sloppy striking, and I've been criticized for it. This validates it. This absolutely validates it. And Jessica Andrade, I don't want to take away from her because she's had massive improvements. I just feel like she started to gas a little bit, not as enough to really put her in any danger, but it would put her in danger against the elite flyweights, or even honestly if she were to go down to strawweights of the division. That gas tank is honestly her only issue, but like it lasted enough for a 3-round fight. And even if it was a 5-round fight in theory, Lauren Murphy just should not have the skills needed to take on Jessica Andrade. That was a beating. I got my money's worth, but I feel bad for Lauren Murphy. She was just too tough for her own good. Gilbert Burns versus Neil Magny was a entertaining. I'm highly entertained. Good for Burns, but I am disappointed. I thought Magny had more in him. I knew Burns was a heavy lock for me and many other people, but man, I did not think he would steamroll Magny like that. Oh man, he steamrolled Magny. Magny had nothing for him. He landed 4 strikes. 4. Gilbert Burns went straight to that submission. I did take a money line in most of my parlays, but I did have a straight bet on him with a knockout, and Burns went for that submission, went back to his black belt. But yeah, Burns is a scary man. A lot of people talk about Charles Oliveira as the best jiu-jitsu guy in all of the UFC. While he may have more submissions, it's just because the level of submission defense and skill at lightweight is not all that. You could see by once he actually went against an elite submission guy in Islam Makhachev, he got submitted. Gilbert Burns is the best guy in MMA when it comes to submission games. Before is Damian Maia, but Damian Maia has negative striking. Gilbert Burns has very good striking. So Burns is a threat. He's a monster. He called out Colby Covington, and Colby Covington's going to duck him. You already know it. Colby is not fighting anyone. He's going to be like, I deserve a title shot. I deserve a title shot. And Gilbert Burns is going to sit out. That was a poor call out. You should have called out Bilal Muhammad, honestly. Muhammad would have probably actually fought him. But, oh well, I just hope to see Burns back in there. He's the real BMF. Shout out to Magny, too. He took that fight, and that's a hard fight. That's a hard fight he probably shouldn't have been in there for, but he's a veteran. Now for the co-main event, Deiveson Figueiredo versus Brandon Moreno. I was right. Now in my breakdown video, I did pick Figueiredo, but then I saw more and more videos of that weight cut. I just don't like his weight cuts. He does like his weight cuts. He said he gave up on the flyweight division to go up to bantamweight. I still think he's going to be too small. I don't think his power is going to transition well, to be honest with you. But yeah, Figueiredo, man, that weight cut, I saw that, and I was like, nope, I'm swapping to Moreno. So I'm sorry if you went off my breakdown video, but at least if you went off my bet video, you at least went with Moreno with moneyline. I also took a Moreno TKO or knockout and doctor stoppage count. So yes, I made out like a bandit that night. This is the best I've ever done on a card since Izzy versus Whitaker 2. I always do a 5-fight main card parlay, and this is the first time since then it's hit 100%. Yes, I know I picked Glover, but that 5-fight parlay is just who I want to win, not who I think will win. But yes, Moreno is the new flyweight champion. That's better because Figueiredo said no matter what happens this fight, he was going up to bantamweight. So we would have been left without a legitimate champion. He would have pulled the Cejudo and just vacated that belt and just ruined the division. Moreno at least brings some life to the division now. We have some interesting matchups. I'm very interested in the future of the flyweight division now. A lot of people are criticizing, saying it's an anticlimactic finish, but it's not. It's not. It was a perfect punch. It's a perfect punch right to his eye. Yes, if you look at the replay, he did eye poke him after it, but Figueiredo did not seem fazed by the eye poke. When he was holding himself and protesting, that was because he got hit straight in the eye / orbital, which is legal to get punched there. You gotta defend yourself. You gotta move your head. Poking, no, that's illegal. Whatever the case is, Figueiredo could not continue, and that is a round 3 doctor stoppage, or intermittent between rounds 3 and 4. And we have our new flyweight champion, not heavyweight, our new flyweight champion. But man, I am disappointed in the Brazil crowd. I was vibing with them with how bloodthirsty they were because I like that. I'm one of the old school Just Bleed guys. But do not be throwing stuff at Moreno. Why are you throwing stuff at the man? He did nothing wrong. It's not even like he did any foul. He was just fighting to get the guy out there. That disappointed me, but man. Also, Moreno, he landed 76% of his strikes. He had some really good accuracy. Again, my breakdown video also said I really like Moreno's combos. I didn't feel he had a lot of power, but I felt his combos, his precision was just better than Figueiredo. And that's honestly what led him to the victory. Overall, solid fight though. I thought it was a good fight. Lots of really good grappling exchanges. And we have a new flyweight champion. First time in a while that the interim champion is actually being the champion. That hasn't happened since Israel Adesanya versus Whitaker back in 2019. And now for the main event, Jamal Hill is your new light heavyweight champion, defeating Glover Teixeira by a well-earned decision. Man, oh man. Jamal Hill surprised a lot of people. I knew Jamal Hill was good. I didn't think he was that good. I thought he needed one more shot before he could be in title contention and be fighting against these guys at the elite. But man, he proved himself to be really good. Glover, you could tell, just took too many wars. That war from Yuri took a lot off him. He only landed 2 takedowns. Jamal Hill's takedown defense was so good. His striking was so good. 59% accuracy. 57 on significant strikes. He just had power. He had knees. Those high kicks were money. He was defensively responsible. He knew Glover was dangerous up until the very end. That's something I appreciate. I wish he went a little bit more for the finish at the end, but I respect his decision because he didn't think, oh man, I'm going to finish him. I'm going to get overzealous. No, he was Glover. I kept saying Glover's still dangerous. Don't screw up. And he didn't screw up. He didn't follow him to his guard, but he still inflicted damage with the ground and pound. He was so defensively responsible. He was offensively great. He looked fantastic, and he's a worthy champion. But god damn, that belt, it transitions like hot potatoes. For all of 2011 to 2019 or 20, we had 2 light heavyweight champs, DC and Jones. Now we have Jan, Glover, Yuri, Jamal Hill. Jesus, really shows you how dominant John Jones was, as much as it pains me to say that. But regardless, man. And also, Glover retired. He retired, and I don't blame him. He's not going to keep working his way up to the belt at his age. He's gotten the belt. He's put on wars. He got a hefty bread. He got a massive payday. He's going to get fight of the night too. So he get an extra $50K right off into the sunset. And he has his protege, Alex Pereira, who he's going to mold into, well, he's already a killer, but he's going to make him even more of a killer. And that's a good legacy to have. So shout out to Glover Teixeira, Shogun, all these guys. Also, Jose Aldo was inducted to the Hall of Fame. It's amazing. And also, shout out to Glover, telling the Brazil fans to not boo and not throw things at Jamal Hill and saying he's going to walk out with him. So if you throw stuff at him, you hit me. Oh my God, I just love that. That's the thing that gets me going. Good sportsmanship. And Jamal Hill, Chicago-born champion. That's, whew, that's good. That means they're probably going to be coming to Chicago at some point. Hopefully, possibly. I'm sick and tired of Vegas cards and everything. I want to see them go around and explore the world more. I really like Jamal Hill. I am not gonna lie, he's impressed me. I already liked him, but I liked him even more now, just because he wasn't just that insane knockout power guy. He was smart, he was intelligent. He also broke the light heavyweight record that was set by Marvin Vettori during his light heavyweight bout against Costa, and he has the most strikes landed in a fight, which is 248. I believe it's like 190 for Vettori, who's, you know, a middleweight. But man, that's just good. That's just amazing. Overall, excellent first card. Was not trash. That's a great first card to year, and it makes me so excited because, oh man, I'm just salivating at that perf card. I really am. But it's gonna be 3 weeks. Is it 3 weeks? Oh, it's 2 weeks. I can't wait. Overall, this has been your boy Gomi. Bye bye.
I'm coming!